let's walk through how we were able to push pawns and find a victory. White doesn't want to trade here. Decide to exchange knight for bishop. Okay. Big idea here was to bring the queen up. Maybe not the best idea. Thinking we got pressure on the rook. Maybe we'll force him to double up or something like that. Well, instead, White decides to play back, putting pressure on the queen. Thought about doing something like this, but instead of going here, decided not to do that and decided instead go here. And my thinking was we could do something with the pawns. White goes to the side here. Now, I was concerned about mate, but there's not really a mate here because if we play something like this, yeah, they can check. Yeah, they can check again, but we can escape. I mean, yeah, there's probably another check here, but our king is basically safe in that situation there. So instead of even letting White check, decided to push the h-pawn forward and eliminate that possibility. White decided to bring its other rook out. Okay. Decide to push the f-pawn right there. The thinking is we could possibly break up White's defense. Got kind of lucky. White put the queen out in front. If the queen was in the back, I mean, it's good for finishing checkmates if it's in the front, but if you're taking out pieces, you kind of want the queen in the back as a last defender. Then you can bail if it doesn't go right. So, kept on with the pawn pushing idea. And, of course, the queen defends, so not going to be taking there, going to be moving the queen over and hoping that White doesn't offer a trade. White pushes its other pawn. Okay, now it's our turn. I believe I pushed the pawn right there. Moving the rook over. And now we're going to move the queen over again. And the idea is to try to get more pressure. We're thinking trying to get the pawn to take that piece right there. Still going to do it. And then, of course, in this spot, White is looking to get more pressure, but we've got a huge play right here. It's called a rook lift. And we can leverage the queen as well. Big move there for us. We're able to back up the queen and gain some tempo. Now we push the other pawn. And then at this point, White's idea is to get its rook into open space. We push the pawn, hoping for an exchange here. Now remember, we can't do this because that's like really bad for us, right? Okay, the rook is unprotected. So instead, I decided to take, and we don't want to, do something like this because then White has that, right? So that's not good there. Instead, we take the pawn. And I'm not sure, well, White decided to put pressure because it has a pawn protecting it, which is great for us because now we can move the queen back and we protect both. As we'll see right here, we protect both this pawn and we protect the rook. Now, the huge mistake I made here is, if you'll notice, we have a pawn on G3 that guards both H2 and F2. The mistake I made was not playing this. That should have been played there. And that would allow us a number of options. In this case, the queen has to move, and now, we've got that, followed by checkmate, okay? As played in the game, I made the mistake of actually just taking with the other rook. And fortunately, got the queen out of the way and was quickly able to get my queen in position to back the rook. And then from this position here, we don't have to worry about the rook checking us because we can check first. And there's no defender there except for the queen, which White takes. And then we go ahead and take with our queen. and that's game.